My name's Lesa Whitehead. I'm a teacher at Westlake High School in Saratoga Springs, Utah. I teach special ed high school, grades 10 through 12. I started as a tracker where I was monitoring students who were failing, and then they promoted me to teach a remedial class where I was helping students that were at risk at dropping out. And from doing that, I learned I really liked working with students that needed a little more support, and so I returned to school and I've been teaching special ed for 7 years now, and I've really enjoyed it. We started last year. The reason being is with special education, a major part of our job is tracking students' learning goals, trying to figure out where their gaps are in their learning, and to be able to target those and to work on specific areas that are going to eliminate that gap and help our students to be more successful. So I attended a conference, the USET conference, and was really impressed with their product. And so we started incorporating it just to see what type of data it would collect and how targeted that data could be to efficiently help me find those learning gaps and be able to help my students. So we started using it. The students were really impressed. We'd used other products, and they would get discouraged with losing points I had interviewed my students before I went to the conference because I knew we kind of wanted to change, and they had mentioned the things that they would like to see is immediate feedback and being able to understand when they started to do the problem wrong instead of waiting till the end after they entered the solution and then found out it was wrong. And so they wanted something that gave them better feedback that was more immediate. And then they also mentioned that they wanted something that would maybe include videos, something that was a little easier to understand where they went off track. And so I was looking for a product that would provide that. So when my students tried Mathspace, they really liked the step-by-step feedback. I seen their confidence level go up because when they get off track, it wasn't at the end of the question. They'd be able to hit the hints without being docked on the side, and that really encouraged them to try things that were difficult because they knew they had that immediate support that they could click the button and or the video or read through the textbook. It was like having another teacher in the room, someone that was helping with that feedback. I use Mathspace for my resource classes. We used it as our homework forum. And so I would give instruction, had guided notes. The students would practice what we were learning, and then towards the end of class, the last 20 minutes, half hour, we'd get the computers out and the students would work on their homework. Most of the assignments that I gave were adaptive, which really helped with students with disabilities. Most of my students have specific learning disabilities, which means there's holes. It's kind of like the Swiss cheese in education. And so some of the concepts we'd cover, other students, caught on quickly, and they could do the assignment, and it adapts to how they're answering the questions so that the students that got the concepts could move through it faster. The questions would get a little bit more challenging, and so it motivated them because they felt like they were being challenged, whereas the students where maybe it was targeting an area that they were more deficient in, they were using those help tools, and I was able to go around and give more one-on-one instruction with those students that needed the extra support. And so it was like having an aide in the classroom where it was differentiating between all levels of learning, and that's really important with special ed. And then the other way that we have found it very effective is in progress monitoring. And the thing I love most about Mathspace is that it lets the teacher drive. We put together templates so that we could target the skills that we knew would help our students make progress towards our IEP goals. And so we collaborated at the beginning of the year and put together some curriculum-based assessments targeted on grade level. And then the students take those assessments once a week, and it helps us be able to see how they're progressing on grade level for their goals. And it's individualized. It's wonderful.